Welcome, another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man, and you can guess where we are today again in Yokohama, and we're going to look at some stuff that's right behind Yokohama Station. This is such a great map. This is, of course, Yokohama been really covered on all kinds of like Western social media and all kinds of people doing tours and stuff like this. And of course, this channel is not as I'd like to be as fluffy, but we're just not as fluffy. But what are we doing on this channel? We're at the real meat of what it takes to stay in Tokyo, or not just Tokyo, but Tokyo is here, right? This is another reason of how you can stay in Japan and how you can have options in Japan, not just the fluffy stuff that you're going to see here on social media. Now, what does this Yokohama? This is called the Keihin Corridor, and the Keihin Corridor goes from Tokyo to Kawasaki here to Yokohama, and it allows you access here to Tokyo. We know that the Tokyo bull market, especially here in the center, the houses in here are going for millions of dollars. Where the two houses that we're going to look at, one sample here in the marketplace, that's $50,000 US for what I would consider like Akiya sort of house here in Yokohama. But if you buy an Akiya in Yokohama, at least the land is going to be valuable, and you're going to have options on that land in the future. And then the other one we're going to look at is I think is about $160,000 US, which is the house near Yokohama Station that is really going to get you everything. So that's what we're going to look at here today, and everything is really well placed in its relationship to Yokohama Station and the Keihin Corridor, and really well priced. Okay, we'll come over here. I guess we could we just so you know, if you're new to this channel, I use the stuff that comes up here on social media in terms of the other people that take these sort of walking tours, which I think is a great little tour. You can see this sort of skyway that they've built in recent years here in Minato Mirai, which means future port. But it really is a postmodern mall. This all used to be industrial and stuff like that, but since the mid 1990s, it's all transitioned to this sort of really nice place that people could enjoy in Yokohama, which is nice because what happens, I think the industrial stuff is still to the still just a little bit here to the north. I was just at the port, as I mentioned in a previous video a few weeks ago, bringing a couple cars there, and I do have another car coming to the port there on May 24th. The ship is leaving, so everything is there. But I think that the Japanese consumer or the Japanese people from the 1970s into the 1980s started to demand a little bit more of the industrial capacity and the wealth of the nation come back to the nation. And some people, I was on a page yesterday and they said that, oh, the Japanese people have got lazy and stuff like that, and they went after luxury and stuff like that. And certainly there's a group of people that have gone after luxury and stuff like that. Sure, there is. But I think that the fact that some of the people in Japan demanded that some of the industrial capacity or wealth of the nation come into a better way of life for the people was a win. All the money can't sit up in the pools of the capital, and that's why they have buildings like this where Japanese people own apartments and stuff like that, or the housing quality has improved since the 1970s and the 1980s. It's because people in Japan were demanding that it be better, and they're demanding a better quality product, and you can see it here even in the window quality on a baseline level. Robert made that great comment the other day. Really, the window technology is a tremendous, and it is he made the comment that the window improvement in the windows and stuff like that. I made a thing that I call it a technological advancement, and I took back my words, but he made the comment that no, the great window technology is a true advance here for the people all around the world, not just for Japan. Now, you can advance the video to different sort of points, but for the most points, the people on social media keep us in these little and I sound a little critical about it because I don't think they get into the bones of what it takes to stay in. You can see there it goes. By the way, there you can see right there. There is, I just talked about it. Here you see the postmodern sort of, this is the cruise ship terminal in Yokohama right there with the tugboats and everything like that. But here, where I'm moving the mouse here to the right of the screen, here to the north between Yokohama and Kawasaki, this is where the bulk of the port is. But also, like, if I were to back up the frame of this video where the bridge is, see this here on this side of Yokohama on this side as well. On this side of the bridge is a lot of port and storage as well. So yeah, like the industrial capacity is still there, but the people of Japan have demanded a better quality of life. And it's also in some ways reflected in some of the houses that we're going to look at here today. Cool. Okay, let's crack over here to the map. Come over here to the At Home map. Really interesting because At Home made some really cool improvements to their site. Not on this particular map page, but on the listing page, that are actually going to, like I've been, due to some helpful hints from people around, I think that I've really changed the way that we're looking at some of this stuff in the views that we're looking at the real estate on this page. Has definitely improved the quality of the videos, and I'm going to even try to get a little bit better in a couple other areas. But I'm just an Xer, Generation Xer, and I'm trying my best to learn this technology. It's not technology anymore, but I'm going to get around to it and do a better job. Anyhow, this is the one we're going to look at. These two houses that are in this area right here. I think this one here and this one here. This was the one we're going to look at second. This was the one where you get everything. You can see though here, what do we see here at the At Home? What's the greatest tool that this At Home page is giving us? It's giving this when we come over these, we get these geographical sort of pictures and areas, okay, that they give us, right? And we can see when we see different sort of we see that rainbow, and the rainbow is indicating, we see a red pill right there, we see $1 million listing right there, we see an almost $1 million listing right here, we see the bulk of the stuff that's sort of in the $500, $600, $7,000 sort of range in this area, right? But we're also seeing some blue pill, which is opportunity. And we also know, okay, if we were to raise this up, how do I raise that up now that they changed things here? This is Yokohama Station, okay? So how far is this away from Yokohama Station? I don't know if I can see the scale here on the bottom, but let's guess. Let's say 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers. This is Tobe Station. Yokohama Station is going to be right around just here to the upper, just away from here. This is the Minato Mirai area, Sakuragicho over here. So everything is really located really well in terms of proximity to downtown Yokohama. And any of the stuff that these prices that we're looking here today, you'd never see any of this in Tokyo at all. One of the things to think about, it's in this sort of hinterland between you go further out like this, you're going to get more of a car-based system. But everything in here, you can see that there's train stations everywhere you are around here. But it also, what happens is that because it's in this sort of middle hinterland, is that you do have connection. It has road connections as well. When you get in here to the apartments and stuff like that, you're more of a centrally located walking, biking sort of options. But when you're out here, you want the options of the car, the systems of like how things work are going to be, it's like that, almost like a seesaw, right? It's going to become more car system based as we sort of leave the center of Yokohama right here. But of course, that's just common sense. Anyway, we'll come here to the first listing, which is my I think I call it my Akiya option. And yeah, it's funny that they did lucky 7 1 2 3 on this one, because here's the price on this one, and it's this is the layout right here, by the way, that they did, and it's really useful. And they have all the pictures here on the side, and the price right here, which is 777 man en 777. lucky 7. And then we can expand the pictures right here by hitting here, and we see that it's we know that when it's a price like this, that it's going to be a captured house. So which is, when I say captured house, it's in the middle of a cluster of homes. So you're basically buying an apartment style, it's sort of apartment style living in a house, but you don't have any management fees. But obviously it's going to be a wooden house, and probably built in the 1970s, of course. Let's guess right here, 1975. You can see that first or that sort of 1960s great cement stonework right there. And a person that's done a little stonework in my life, this is about as hard a labor job as you can possibly get, mixing concrete with stone. Let me tell you, it's a hard job, but you can see it is almost with art to it right there. And I think stonework in some ways probably stronger than concrete as well. Interesting right there. Let's go through it. Yeah, it is nothing really now about anything we look at here. We can even see, I talked about briefly about the windows. You can see the windows here, all 1970s sort of systems. Everything in the house 1970 right here, and even the hot water system. It's not a terrible system for the time that it was out, but like just everything, this is considered garbage, and right now it's really priced at garbage. But I would think that this kind of house, this is my thoughts on this house. I'm going to give you the skinny right from the kitchen of this house. Okay, don't buy the Akiya in the middle of nowhere. Buy this one. Come and fix this one up. Okay, because at least it sits on great land in proximity to Yokohama, right? So you're just given options right there. So rebuild this house from the inside. Okay, which is really the Anton model. This is the Anton model, but simply put it, it's just in Yokohama. There you go right there. And Anton, what was Anton doing? He was reacting to the market. When I was fortunate and lucky enough that when I was starting to buy things in the mid to late 1990s in Tokyo, right? No one else was really involved, so I could just get. I was picking off stuff in the best locations in central Tokyo. However, the market conditions have changed right now, right? And the price where people could work, where working people could find the opportunities, are now here in Yokohama. So we have to go with what the market gives us. So yeah, there's nothing to, there's like even these sort of old, this is an old sort of, I've talked about it before, an old sort of hot water system. And it's not a terrible design, but it's just not now. Like a Japanese, my wife would just look at this one and just, I would say, let's move into this, honey. And she would say, what are you talking about? But what happens in systems like this, there's part of this is a two-way system. What would happen is you'd come home at night, okay, and then you turn this on, and then this gas would, it's like almost a jacuzzi. This would heat this hot water up for about, probably about 30 or 40 minutes, okay, and then after 30, 40 minutes it would get to a nice sort of temperature. You'd have it covered up, of course, and then you'd come in and you'd use the shower function. There's two sides of it. There's a shower. There's basically a valve that goes from this side to that side, and from this side, is the shower side, which would produce hot water, and the other side is the jacuzzi side. So after everything's heated up, you would come in, you'd take your shower, you'd wash yourself off very, very well, and then after you'd take a bath for about 15 minutes like that, and then you would continue to recycle this water over 2 or 3 weeks like that. So it's a system that's meant to recycle water. And then you could see this tile work of the time was just I've lived in an apartment like this in the 1990s, so yeah, I would really love the tile of this of the bathroom at the time. And I can remember, I laugh at it now, but you know who lived with this system? Me. So I know exactly what it's like. Okay, and it's not definitely not a system that's popular right now. Okay, Senmendai, laundry hookups right there, right beside it. Balcony to dry your laundry, might even be south facing, we don't know. Okay, this is it though. This house is going to be captured up the top of some sort of escarpment. We know that Yokohama, if you didn't know, comes up from the ocean. Yokohama means Long Beach, and it comes up from the ocean, and there's a lot of rolling sort of hills in Yokohama, and you can see it right there. You can see that this is probably facing the ocean way right there, and this is captured simply in the middle of now for a younger person, maybe this makes a lot of sense to you because you're strong, but also you're going to have to bring a lot of these building materials likely up these stairs, for example. And that's why it's priced what it's at. It's priced at garbage price. The market right now in Yokohama is hot, right? And that's what it's going to be priced at. We'll come here to the listing details. 14 minutes from Nishi Yokohama Eki, and it says here Minami Ota Aki, 18 minutes, so quite a distance away from the station as well. We see the price right there. 2 toilets in it. Everything is working here in the house. Maybe, I don't know. 88 meters of land. I'm going to take a sip of my green tea right there. Ryokucha, Nihongo de. Excuse me. 79 meters of internal space here in the building. This is a 2-story wooden house built, I was right, 1973. And of course there's no parking, okay, which is why it's priced at garbage right now. And it's also priced as that sort of captured land in between 2 level house. Show you can, that's the key. So if you're going to buy a Akiya at a cheap price, this is the way to go. Okay, and I think it is Akiya, right? Of course Akiya. There's no one living in this house right now. It's just underutilized. Yeah, it's just in that area where it's tough. If this was in a better placement, right, a development company would come in and rebuild it. So that's why it's okay. As the population is expanding in Japan in the 1960s and the 70s, it's using all the land because it needs to use all the land because there's not much land in Japan. Okay, so it's using all the land because it needs having a bit of a housing crisis. It's having a housing crisis as the families are having more babies, and then the population peaks out at just under 130 million, right? And now as the population goes back, this kind of land in the less quality areas is just becoming out of use. However, in areas like Tokyo, it's already, people have already rebuilding all these. Now in Yokohama, this is still garbage. It's still garbage. But could you come in here and rebuild it and make it nice? You could. It's going to take your strength. So I would say that this would fit someone in their 20s and their 30s with some strength. Now me, I'm already established. Maybe I'm lazier now, or I just can't put my body through it again. I'm still strong, but I have physical limitations now that I'm in my mid-50s that I didn't have when I was in my 20s and 30s and I was building my own sort of real estate portfolio. Anyway, we'll come here to the map. And see they've expanded everything right here. It's great. Look at this. It's amazing. Okay, so we can back this out so we see the location of it. We see that's the port. That's Minato Mirai. Look what I found you. This is great. So don't listen to those other guys and telling you to buy this. Akiya's in the middle of nowhere. If you're gonna buy Akiya, buy this Akiya near Yokohama Station. This is giving you access to Tokyo. Okay, let's move in closer. And as I said to you, we're not really going to get much from any of the stuff in here because we're not going to be able to see this house. Okay, we see that there's a park right here. It's fully captured in the middle, probably it's on the top of an escarpment, probably on the very top. I'm guessing it's on the very top of this hill right here. We're going to get the Google Maps Golden Guy, and we're going to stick them, if I can. I stick them right there. Who knows where I put them? Tokyo Real Estate Man, did you put them there? But you're going to see the character. You can see, look at, there's a house. But this house is an old one here that wants to get rebuilt eventually. But this is easily rebuildable because it sits on access like here. And you can see like this house here built in the 1990s. Well, before that one was built, before it was built, this was probably here. And you can see the ship materials that the people in Yokohama were given to rebuild after World War II. This is what they give them. They give them some wood and some steel to put here on the side. This is like cat on a hot tin roof, like sort of stuff. Okay, I better move in here a little bit closer. Maybe if I move in closer, I can drop this Google Maps Golden Guy in here a little. I think that actually does drop it, like right there. If I would drop it right there. I think I actually dropped it pretty good, actually. And this is totally here what you're looking at. You can see all these sort of older houses that are in this sort of strip here on this road, and you can see here that this is a bit of an escarpment. So you know that this one house that I can't really going to be able to show you is captured behind all these sort of other sort of houses. Can we back away a little bit here so we can have a better scale of what we're looking at? And that's kind of here what you're looking at here. come up here. This is amazing that Google Maps is able to get their cars in here and stuff like. Again, a house with a better foundation here, built in the likely 1990s. And look at what happens in the 1990s. What are they doing better? They build a better foundation. They have a spot for the car, and then you can walk up the stairs like that. Here in the 1960s, that's why some of this is garbage. What were they doing? They didn't build it. They built it smarter. The Japanese people built it smarter, just like anything that like they would. What would they do here now? They build. It's the very same land. They would build a concrete foundation right here, and they would raise this house up on top of the foundation. It would have a parking area. So this is garbage, but it's not garbage because it's in a place that's rebuildable. Anyway, we'll come up there. You can see what I'm talking about. You can just see what I'm talking about. Yeah, this one house that we're looking at is actually behind here, I think. And I think we're going to get the house marked. Okay, yeah, this house, the house that we're in question that we're looking, the 777 house, is going to be up here and in the back of here. Okay, now we can come back. One of the other functions here that is really good, we can come back here to the satellite map, and you're going to see where this sort of house is. We can't really move in any closer than it is right here. Oh, you can see, I think this is a huge graveyard right there. Is that a graveyard? But you can see all the sort of houses where it sort of sits right here in this sort of cluster of homes right there. So that I think the street that we're on is up here. You have to meander here, but you could probably come up here from the top as well if you had a bicycle. Anyway, that's a look at that house. Basically the Akiya, okay, that is in Yokohama. Now we'll come up here to the top. That one was the one here for 777. We'll come over here to the next one here, which is really the stronger one, and this one's going to move, and this one's going to move pretty quickly, I think. This is in near the same location. We'll expand the size of the pictures right here. You can see it's a 2-story house. I'm guessing that this is the first floor, right? Yeah, Ikai right there. You can see Ikai, Nikai. It says it's the 3, and there's only 3 pictures, so there's nothing. There's nothing. It's going to be anything special about this house, okay? But it is a good price. It is a great location, and you can see I've talked about it, Dealman. I've talked about it, how they repaint houses darker right now because it's the in look. This is the older house, and they painted everything black on the outside because it's the hot look. But what do you see here? There's a garage. There's parking. There's everything in this house. You can't have a Delica. You can't have a full-sized car, but you can have a K car. Anyway, we'll try to advance the pictures here. There's going to only be 3 pictures here. 1, 2, see? And what did they do on this design? Probably, so we're going to think that this was built in the let's guess. Let's say that this was built in 1983. They built a foundation on the foundation right there. They built a parking spot in the foundation, just like they did next door. And that's the house. I don't know. I could be wrong on that, but you can see there's that was the balcony for drying clothes, likely south facing right there. If we come back here to the pictures, it should give us a picture. Oh, okay. So north here, the south is going to be this way. So this is going to, if that's south, that's going to be west facing right there on the balcony right there. But yeah, anyhow, we'll come down here to the listing details. There's nothing really. Everything that we're looking here is going to be ownership. Okay, this is Hotagaya station, 18 minutes. So and then the bus to Hotagaya is 5 minutes away from the bus that goes there. Okay, so quite a distance away. But here again, this one has parking. Okay, everything looks like this house. Actually, everything could have actually been updated inside this house. But we don't have any. Obviously, what's happening is this price is pretty cheap. I was pretty right on that. 1993. I was pretty right on that. That's when they're building the foundation, so they could do foundation work gets better in that point in time. So because the people are demanding, they want a car or a K car when they have the house. So there's parking here in this one, and the owner here is living in this house, and it's priced at the level, or a cheap enough level, that let's imagine that there's been no updates, or there have been a few little updates that have gone through it right there, but You just get what you just get what you get. If you're really interested in the house and genuinely interested in buying it, they would probably provide some pictures for you, okay? But they just don't want to take pictures because they're living in it. Now, certainly I was right. Right there it says Shoyu Kenju Kyochu, which means the Shoyu shop. Sorry, not Shoyu Ken. Shoyu shop. Shoyu shop. Sha mean this means owner. Shoyu Ken, by the way, for your kanji people. Shoyu Ken is right there. Shoyu, this means ownership rights. Shoyu sha means Chu is owner is presently living in it. Okay, so if you want some photos and you're generally going to buy the place, they'll provide you some photos likely. But if you're just sort of like tire kicking, they're not going to give you any photos because they're living in the house. That's kind of the way it is right now. There's just not much to see about this, but you're really getting everything at a damn good price, and that's going to be indicated here in the location right here. And we'll expand the this is great. They've actually changed the functionality of this page to improve our videos here on the Tokyo Real Estate Man channel. Here's the location of the house. That other one we looked at was right over here, the one for 777, and you can see it's just right near Minato Mirai. It's right here in behind it. We know that the escarpment, the Yokohama escarpment, is going to be coming down like that. Anyhow, we'll come in closer, but that's your proximity away where it is from Yokohama, and it's on this little roundabout way, and we'll drop the Google Maps golden guy right in front of the house right here. That drops it right in front of the house on this little sort of cul-de-sac, and you can see already there's newer houses already, and this is a nice little neighborhood. We're in a good little neighborhood. I think if we turn the corner right here on this little roundabout, go roundabout on this roundabout right there, and I think the house is going to be, oh God, Tokyo Real Estate Man, what are you doing? Everything in this neighborhood is new. Look at everything. Compared to the pocket on that other neighborhood, this pocket in this neighborhood is a nicer one. You can see it already. Oh, Tokyo Real Estate Man, you're going to have to back up and then drop again because he didn't do a very good job of landing the Google Maps golden guy. I'm going to land him right there. Hopefully that'll get us right in front of the house. I have to go maybe the other way around here. I was able to find this earlier in the pre-video, my little pre-video homework here that I did. Did that work? No, Tokyo Real Estate Man, you're not dropping us in front of the house very well here. Oh God, what have I done here? I wonder if I've just chosen the scale for whether I've chosen, if I tighten the map up, if I come in here to the tighter map, if I come back here to the tighter map, and then I drop the guy, the Google Maps golden guy right there, I wonder if that'll actually find me. No, I didn't do that. I didn't effectively do that either. Was that right there? No. I found it earlier, everyone. What did I do wrong here? It's not going to be down that way. That's the stairs to there. Anyhow, you can see a lot here about the character of the neighborhood. Again, we see this sort of foundation right there. Maybe if I come up here, it'll be up here. No, I've come to a dead end here. I've come to a dead end. So we'll come back here, and I will come back here, and we'll put it on the satellite shot of it, and with the satellite shot, we'll be able to see it, and that's sort of where it sits here in this, and there was a driveway right there. I don't know why, whether it's me or what it was the video. This is where this house actually sits, okay? And I can't really move in much closer than it is right now, but it sits here on this cul-de-sac, so all you could ever have is a K car. But then when we move back to you can see the character of the neighborhood. You can see these are danjis right there, which are Japanese sort of public housing right there. And then, but it's sitting here in this very nice neighborhood where we saw a lot of sort of building and stuff happening at different sort of points of time right there. Anyway, this is a great price. It's a great location. You can move back here, as you'll see right there. You can see the freeway as well right there. So as I mentioned earlier, it links the systems of the car. Where it sits here in Yokohama, it links the systems of the car. Oh my God, we're sitting here in the middle of Yokohama, and we're able to see where's the ocean, so I can have a bit of a scale here. And certainly there we have like Minato Mirai right there. Anyway, come back here to the regular little map, and that's what we're looking at. Two really good sort of samples there. We have the Akiya. We have the Akiya one that we looked at for 777, and then we have the one for here for 2,180 mon, I think it was, where you basically, well, I guess I have to wait for that map to crack up again, but we can just come back here to the top of the listing. The one other thing that I thought that we could look at here, and I always bring it up because maybe there's someone here coming from inside Japan, okay, and that's the loan simulation, okay, and here's the price of the house with a 200 mon, which is a $20,000 Canadian down payment or thereabouts, okay. Your payments on this house are $560 a month, okay. Your savings portion are $460 a month. You'd say Yoman Roksen, and your drag on it, because there's no management fees in this house, is basically $100 Canadian a month, or Japanese ichiman in 10,000 yen. So yeah, the numbers really work. And if you get into things like the 35 flat, that would be your payment for the next 35 years, okay. So the numbers really work on the financial end of it as well. Other things to talk about, come back here to the social media sort of angle of it all, which is Yokohama. Just a great place, and it's where the sort of deals are right now. And the location of this house accesses Tokyo, but also on a baseline level, it accesses downtown Yokohama really easily at great prices. We have the Akiya property here in Yokohama, or we have the everything for cheap property for basically 150,000 US dollars. And there we go. Interested in a house in Yokohama, apartment in Tokyo, you can always come here to my Instagram, Tokyo Real Estate Man. I'm going to make a post today, all kinds of videos and stuff I do put on there as well. I'm slowly transitioning this from a personal Instagram to a real estate or Tokyo based, just Tokyo, or some stuff here in Vancouver as well. But I'm also going to do some health stuff here on this channel as well, because I'm really a person who's interested in health. Another way of getting hold of me is coming here to my website, Tokyo Real Estate Man. You can see right there, that's the website there, tokyorealestateman.website. Simple email box there, or email, not email, if you want to get a hold of me, which was straight email, you can do that, or you can use the contact box right there. Anyway, another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate. いつもこのチャンネル見てる皆様ありがとうございます。今日の動画も終わりです。ありがとうございます。